This may look like just another pint of Heineken, but the truth is it's one of the greenest pints of beer Heineken has brewed. Why? Well, the answer lies here on Scotland's Aberdeenshire coast. A quarter of Heineken's electricity needs is generated at these wind farms.
More than 150 years we have been producing beer, and we want to produce beer much longer. And to be able to do that, we need to show our commitment, and we have to be sustainable as a brewer.
The Tullow and Twin Shields wind farms are owned and managed by Eneco Wind, the UK division of a Dutch company that's invested in a sustainable model built around the notion of decentralised power.
Building the assets primarily in Scotland, investing nearly 300 million into that market, then gave us the platform to be able to say, okay, now we need to sell that power not just through the grid as it normally can be done, but we want to find like-minded customers so that we develop partnerships.
Heineken is one such like-minded customer. A corporate vision called Brewing a Better World sets 2020 as a target by which time it wants to have reduced carbon emissions by 40% in production and sourced 50% of its raw materials from sustainable sources. Since electrons can't be tracked, Heineken receives electricity from the grid in the traditional way, but buys green certificates to prove that 25% of its electricity in the UK is coming from renewable sources. In 2013, Eneco acquired its first solar project. The Sebor solar farm near Swindon is adjacent to a Honda car plant, supplying over 60% of the engine plant's energy needs. It illustrates what Eneco calls a behind-the-meter partnership.
They are buying power straight from a solar asset that is connecting straight into their substation. So they reduce all of the costs associated with transporting energy over the grid.
Different though these projects are, a thread that links them is the manner in which Eneco worked from the outset with communities from the neighbouring towns and villages.
At Tullow and Twin Shields, we knew one of their concerns was around visual impact to Lawrence Kirk. So one of the things that we did do as part of that was drop 4 of the turbines that were initially used within the plans.
Eneco's strategy of community engagement included giving the task of naming the wind farms to local schoolchildren. In an area of high unemployment, Eneco ensured a percentage of the contracted workforce that built the turbines were also local. A footpath has been built at the perimeter of one of the farms, allowing birdwatchers to come and observe the rich abundance of indigenous birdlife. One of the most popular initiatives, however, has been the channeling of a percentage of operating profits from the project into a community fund. This fund is managed locally and distributed to support various projects in the towns and villages in the Mearns area.
The general feeling in the community would be that Eneco are being good neighbours and are valuing the community and appreciating that they might not all like the turbines, but in the main, people do.
The reform of the electricity market in the UK will prompt businesses to take more control over their energy usage, becoming mini power stations in their own right. As this develops, Eneco's aim is not simply to be a supplier of renewable energy, but to help manage customers' energy demands by developing into an integrated energy services company.
I think the age of the new company, such as ourselves, and there's others like us as well, which are prepared to look at the way the market works and say what is a better way, I think that age is now upon us.